Hello everyone, my name is Nox, and a few days ago I became a paranoid because I was thinking I got hacked on my Linux system, which I got pretty scared about, but I found a way to fix it. Now I will show you 3 things you can do too to make your Linux secure enough so you didn't get hacked. Like, you cannot protect yourself from everything, but those 3 things can save you a lot of time and also a lot of problems. So first things first, I will start with UF Firewall. So if you install UF Firewall on your Linux, you can check it. So sudo ufw. So what I'm checking here is if my firewall works, which is sudo ufw status, so checking status, and verbose just sending the output. Now I have to type the password. Okay, great. Now you can see few things here, but the most important will be the default section, because this shows you the standard thing. What's happening here? On the default, you have the deny incoming, allow outgoing, and disable rooted. What does it mean? Deny incoming, so everything from remote controls are denied. So everything that's going into your PC are denied. Outgoing, so the packages that are sending outside through your machine is allowing, so you can search web and everything. And rooted is if your PC is more like a router, so the information goes through. You can see it like you have your PC, you have incoming, so everything that comes in from the data. So someone can access your SSH because you're allowing incoming. You allow outgoing, which you can browse web and you can do everything safely. And rooted is just disabled, which means it works, but it isn't defined yet. So you can deny it, but you should set it on disabled. How do you set everything up? So when you check your UFW, you should first check if everything is alright. If everything is alright, you're good. You can skip to the next part. But if it's not good, you have to set them up. How you do it? So you type sudo UFW, then default, and then you can allow, you can deny, or disable. So allow outgoing will set the outgoing policy to allow. If you deny incoming, you denied incoming. So now if you check again, it should be everything alright. This is important because this is your first line of protection. UFW is really simplified. It's not one of the best, but if you don't understand how the firewall works, this is your first line of defense. You can install something called nftables, and I will make an other video about it because you have to set it up correctly so you don't deny yourself access to a certain part. You can see it like your PC has 10,000 doors, yeah? And UFW denies most of them, so someone cannot get into your PC. But there are some important ports that if you close them, you just deny yourself going inside your machine. If you do it correctly, you're fine. But if you don't do it correctly, you might mess up your PC. So I wouldn't start with nftables. I would start with UFW. So the other thing you can do is harden your SSH, which is secure shell. How do you do it? I will explain right now. So first things first, you go to nvimit or other thing you use to edit text. Then you should go to etc sshd underscore config, and this will be your config. Now you should look for 2 things called max authorization tries and permanent root login. Max auth tries is an thing you can secure yourself from brute forces. Brute forces is when someone spams things into your computer to get access to your root. So how can you see it? If you log in, you have your login. So if you have your login and you have your password, you have to input some characters, which can be login can be btw, and your password could be, I don't know, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. If someone wants to access it, he can brute force it. So he tries thousands of combinations of logins and passwords, and after a time he might get it right. So the max authentication tries, if it's set to 3, it means you have only 3 chances to log in. if you don't log in those 3 tries, the line will be disconnected. So you will be disconnected from the PC. The second thing you can do is permit root login set to no. If you set it to yes, root can log in with a password, and it will be really dangerous for you if someone accesses your main machine. If you set it to no, root login is completely blocked. So that's what I set. The problem with root is on every machine, the login to root is the same. It's root. So if someone brute forces the password, they can get into your whole PC. Setting permit root login to no means even if they get passwords right, they can't get in as root directly. They need to first compromise a regular user account, then escalate 2 steps instead of 1. I cannot log into root itself. So someone can't do on my login root and then my password. They cannot do it. They have first to access the main, so my main login, so my BTW, let's say, and then can go into root. This is a second line of defense. You should set it like this because it protects you from getting compromised. The other thing you can do, and this is one of the best things you can do, is install RKHunter. So rootkit is one of the most dangerous malwares on the internet because rootkit is something that embeds into your system and hides. It's created to hide. By installing RKHunter, you can do few things with it. So if I type RKHunter --check, I start a process of seeking the rootkits. So RKHunter works like this. It has a base of known rootkits and the patterns. So first things he checks the system commands if everything is intact. If it says like warning, it means you should look it up because it might be a rootkit. Then after he checked the system, he checks the checking for known rootkits. So he has a directory of known rootkits and he seeks for them. The point with RKHunter is if there will be new rootkit, he will add it to his directory. Like you can see, you have a lot of them. Like a lot of them. You can see shutdown rootkit, Spanish rootkit. After he performed all of this, he goes to the next step, performing additional rootkit checks. So he will check right now into the system itself. So not in the files, but in the system itself, everything is set up correctly. Then he checking the network. So the ports, if everything is closed correctly. You have here checking if SSH protocol v1 is allowed. It's a warning, so this can be problematic. I should look into it. And then he gives you a summary. He also writes a log for it, for you to always to see. So if I type right now cat and then I paste this, I can see everything that he has done. And the other thing you can do is just update your system. So on Void Linux, we will have something like sudo xbps install -su and checking everything around me if something can be updated. This is your most important setting. And with these 3 things, you should be fine for now. I will also look into the NF tables because someone actually on my Discord server said about it, that I should check it out because it's more complex. It's more of a skill than a shortcut. If you set it up correctly, you will have a really great defense of firewall. For this video, this is everything. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we will see each other in the next videos.